What you should be doing starting at 30% body fat. It's the most common question I've ever gotten. If it's your first time trying, you may feel like you're taking your first step into the matrix, lost in a sea of information. In my videos, I've emphasized the importance of your nutrition, being in a caloric deficit, eating a high protein diet, a well-balanced resistance training program, a good cardio regime including outdoor walking and cardio workouts you can do in the gym, and finally consistently repeating these steps each and every single day. You may be doing all of these things at 30% body fat and still not seeing results. There is a big mistake I see people doing and making at their starting point, and you're probably making the exact same mistakes. I'll detail them all in this video, and I'll be giving you the entire map, your starting point, your final destination, and the exact path you need to go through to get there. This took me a year to figure out and years to improve on the map, finding the shortcuts and avoiding the speed bumps. Let's dive straight in. You're starting at 30% body fat. I will be showing you the direct pathway from your current state to where you want to be physically. And if you watch this video till the end, you'll know exactly what I've done for over a decade, exactly what I do with all my clients, and it is the same. From 30%, even if you're at 40 or if you're at 25 or 15 and you want to get to your goal of 10%, it is all the same formula that we utilize. And step number one, I call the contract. It is a binding agreement with yourself, and if you decide to get a coach, with your coach, of consistent habits that you're going to build to allow you to get to your final destination. To give people a bit of context, I got in great shape, or I still am in great shape in March. I started working with my current coach Callum, and my main objective is to win my October show. And for me to be able to stand apart, I needed to add muscle tissue, and this is where I'm at. I'm the strongest I've ever been and the leanest I've ever been at this weight, right? So roughly normally 190-ish pounds I'll weigh myself now, but this is the best I've looked at the current condition. The first part is an agreement, and when you've done that for yourself, you've done the hardest step. When you guys are watching this, I am doing the work. I am following the contract, and we'll be happy 174 days later. Next, we want to acknowledge our starting point. You want to take physique pictures. This will allow you to have a physical and visual appearance of where your physique is at and assessing what you're doing and what you need to improve on. Now, take photos front, side, and back. After you've taken physique pictures, weigh yourself. Weight for today is 189.6. Why is this in my pressure 10 challenge? Picture your weigh-in as your check engine light. If your engine isn't working the right way, you want to know, right? And you need that check engine light to know if you need to change anything. And that's exactly the same with checking your weight. It'll hold you accountable. If you're getting good results, it will keep you motivated. If you're getting not so good results, it will tell you that you're making a mistake somewhere. And I know if I weigh myself every day, it will alternate my behavior on a day-to-day basis. When you weigh yourself, it is a healthy habit to implement because research has shown that people who weigh themselves daily will likely get to their goal, and they'll also make better decisions on a day-to-day basis. And it's a good exercise habit to develop. Also, I do understand that it can have its negative effects, but just take it as data and nothing else. The third thing I want you to do is use a body measurement tape. This allows us to have a deeper insight into what's happening with our body on a day-to-day and even a week-to-week basis. But before we dive in, a lot of research and editing goes into making a video like this. If you wouldn't mind, gently hit the like button. And if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new. We're going to take a tape measurement, and we're going to start with shoulders. We want to choose the widest point on our shoulders. What you want to be here is as consistent as possible with a measurement. 49.5 inches on the widest part of the shoulder. 35 inches. 43 inches. 25 inches around the quad. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the starting point. This is the best I've ever looked. So what I want you to do, measure your shoulders, your chest size, your waist size, and your thighs. This will allow us to see how our body is actually changing according to the measurements, and all you need is measuring tape. And I want you to measure those metrics every 2 weeks. Now that you've established what your baseline is, let's set clear goals so you have something that you're working towards. If you're at 30% body fat, you're 200 pounds, for example, a clear goal isn't I want to see my six-pack. Therefore, according to science, that's usually at 15% body fat. So your clear goal is you want to get to 15%. Take it a step further and say, okay, what would my weight be at 15%? If you're 200 pounds at 30%, That means that 1% of 200 pounds is 2 pounds. And if you want to go from 30 to 15%, it means you need to lose 15%. 2 pounds multiplied by 15% means you need to lose 30 pounds. So you need to go from 200 pounds to 170 and set that as your weight goal that is going to get you to 15%. Now you've established clear goals. Now, you've set up your contract, you've set up your agreement. This is where I highly recommend, if you're serious about this, if you're truly serious about this, get a coach. Accountability, it is massive. It is the thing that allows someone to make a massive change. I had to learn this the hard way. Not only do I personally have a coach for my fitness, and not because I need the information, but because I need the accountability from someone I respect. And if you want me to help you do that, if you're a busy professional, you want me to be able to build this entire contract and plan for you, then go into the description of this video and fill out the application to work with me, and we'll take it from there. But let's move on into step number 2, which is nutrition. We understand that you need to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight. That being said, nutrition is extremely important, and the way you start will really determine the way you finish. So I don't want you to be starving yourself. It is important that you're eating the exact correct amounts according to the science. So if you're at 30% body fat, I'm gonna show you exactly what you should do. I'm gonna head over to the kitchen. This is the biggest secret you can do on your diet. The mistake I see people making is cutting their calories too quickly. I'm eating at maintenance. That is 375 grams of carbs. That's 60 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein. When I started this whole thing, I was at 200 pounds. Now I'm at the 190, and I'm eating there and my weight is stabilized. And as I start getting into my deficit, which will be June 1st, I will then start decreasing my carbs slowly. The main energy source for your muscle tissue when you're training is glycogen, which is a carbohydrate as well. That's why it's so important to eat the right amount of carbs. To save myself time, I eat the same food every day, so I don't need to track on my MyFitnessPal, but I tracked already. I also meal prep some of my meals. So my French toast that I have is meal prepped. I do it the night before so I don't have to waste any time. And for example, this chicken breast, I left it this way to show you, but normally it's meal prepped as well. The oats, easy to do, but I'll show you guys how I eat this throughout the day. My personal recommendation is this. If you're very busy, meal prep. This way you will never fail on the diet. Another recommendation that I personally like following is I will track for one day all the foods I need to eat to hit my macros and my calories exactly, and I'll eat the same food over and over again. I've seen that people eat the same 5 to 10 meals their entire life, and that's everything with regards to nutrition, and you want to do that each and every single day, and you want to stay consistent with it. This is a practice that I do with my clients consistent. If you want me to build your contract, if you want me to plan out your entire nutrition plan that is custom to you, we'll jump on a conversation. I'll listen to what your day is like, what things you have personally struggled with. I will audit your entire process, and in the event that I can help you, I'll tell you about how we can work together. If you want to work with me directly as a coach, you're a busy professional, you want peak performance, you want your energy back, maybe you want to see your six-pack the first time in your life, go into the description of this video, fill out the application form to the best of your ability, and we'll jump on a call and we'll take it from there. But let's move into step number 3. You can lose weight through the diet alone, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to drop body fat and increase our muscle tissue. And this is why resistance training is so important. Building out a good resistance training program is vital in terms of the way you want your final physique to look. And this is where a lot of people fail. They end up looking skinny fat, or you're just too small and you're not liking the way you look. Training is extremely vital, and there's different ways you can go about it. But for you, you're at 30% body fat. You may have the ability to build muscle and lose fat because of that energy reserve that you do have. I want you to train hard. I want you to focus in on that final physique, and I want you to be able to train in a way that is going to allow you to look the best you can when you get to your final destination. So, intensity. There are 2 ways to be able to measure that. Way number 1 is what they call an RPE, rated perceived exertion. An RPE of 10 means that you're maxed out. An RPE of 9 means you had 1 more rep left in the tank. The second version is what they call an RIR. It is reps in reserve. So how many reps did you have in reserve? So if you have an IRR 0, it means that you're training till failure, 0 reps left in reserve. And I'm training to an RIR 0. So I'm gonna go between 6 and 9 and max it out. train hard, be consistent with it. Track your program and track the weights that you're utilizing and make sure that you're making small incremental progress with each and every single exercise.
I've been tracking every workout. Obviously this won't make sense to you, but consistently track. You can't see, but the last workout I did was 16 kgs for 12 reps. So I'm gonna go and try 18 for 12 reps if they have it.
And the same goes with cardio. The baseline I said for all of my clients, when we start, get an Apple Watch, get a Fitbit, that's about $100, or even a Whoop. Any pedometer is fine. Let's say you don't have an Apple Watch, but if you're watching this video, you very likely have a Samsung or an iPhone, an Android or Apple, and you can track that. But try your level best. I highly recommend getting any pedometer. Your phone is a pedometer. The only difference is you have to have your phone on you to be able to just see how much you're moving. What that will at least allow you to see is how much your body is moving. And this is a big mistake a lot of people make. They'll go and train, they'll follow a diet, but they'll maybe be seated the entire day and not burning any calories. So by being able to control your training and tracking your entire diet, you can make sure you have control of your energy out in this equation. And doing those two things will A, allow you to be able to build muscle and maintain a good frame when you finish this and you get to 15%, whatever your goal is. And B, as you start at 8K and you need to be able to lose more weight, maybe you hit a plateau, moving on into 9K will help you burn more calories, and then 10K, and then 11. My recommendation is be gradual about the decisions you make, because if you just decide I'm going from 8K to 15K, you're going to find it very difficult. It will be demoralizing. Allow your body to adapt to small incremental changes, and this is where discipline is going to come in.
I did an hour of cardio on the stepper, and that's gotten me to 11.2K, just call it 12. And throughout the rest of the day, I'll just walk around the apartment, walk home, and get to 15. And that's my goal, 15K. Start yours at 8, and then work your way up. If you don't have time to go and walk around in your park or neighborhood, get on a treadmill on a stepper.
Step number 4 is track your progress. Tracking your progress is the equivalent to your GPS. It's the equivalent to telling you if you're headed in the right direction. And this is exactly how I do this. Weigh in each and every single day. Your weight will give you an indication of what your trend is. Is your weight moving down? Is your weight moving up? Or is it staying the same? And that can allow you to make the correct decision based off of your goal. So if your goal is to lose weight, and each and every single day for the last 2 weeks, it's been increasing, that is a trend that it's going up and not going down. So you need to make changes, and you need to pay attention to what are you doing exactly that isn't allowing you to see the results that you want. Are you eating too much? Are you having weekends where you're not following the plan correctly? And if that is, make that change. Step number 5 is build on these habits. You don't become fat by eating a cheat meal or having a cheat day. You become fat by doing it consistently. It's more so about doing the small things that are going to help you progress each and every single day. There are days you're going to fail. There will be a week where you get sick, but you just want to follow these little frameworks each and every single day that will make a massive difference over a larger scale of time. I'm talking about a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Let me give you an example. I always wanted this YouTube channel to be what it is right now, and now I have new goals. But when I started my YouTube channel, I made the goal that I would at least upload 1 video each and every single week, and for the last 9 years I've done that, and here we are at over 1 million. The same applies to your physique, the same applies if you're a student, the same applies to your business. So build these habits throughout this video and do so consistently, and I promise you'll get to your result. But I'll leave the video here. This is episode 2 of Pressure 10. This is me showing you exactly everything that I've done myself, what I am currently doing, and what I've done with my clients. Let me know in the comments, what are you struggling with? Maybe suggest or show me what you're doing in the comments down below. If it's your macros, ask me if it's your cardio that you're not on point. I am there to coach you in the comments, so let me know. Let me know where you are. I'm here to help you. If you did enjoy the video, hit it with a gentle thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.